Hello and how are you? My name is Mahindo Bark and I welcome you to our 19th video of creating a complete e-commerce web application or website using plain PHP. I had paused because I was chasing some money, and I think now I can get time to resume the business and we proceed from where we had stopped from. So in the previous classes, the previous video was stopped in the place where a customer was able to put the product into the cart up to the checking out. So in this video, we're going to resume exactly from how I stopped at in the previous video. So if you've kind of forgotten, then you should go in the and listen and watch the previous video and practice it so you can proceed with this one. So with that much said, we are going to code for 60 minutes. As you can see, our count will always be here and it has already counted. So let's go straight into business and see what you can achieve by the end of today's video. And remember to subscribe because I'm planning to release more beautiful content. So if you subscribe, activate that bell of reminder. When I upload something new, you get a notification. Yeah, maybe it can be good for both of us. So without wasting much time, let's go straight into business and resume from where I stopped at in the previous video. Great. So as you can see, I've already started my XAMPP. Hope you know what's meant by XAMPP. And I've already opened my code in Visual Studio Code, which is here. Okay, I've already opened my code in Visual Studio Code. I've already opened our project in the browser, and I've also opened a template in the browser. So those major things, I believe you must be knowing them, and I believe you're not confused yet. So right now I'm going to take you through from where from what we had completed up to where we were, so that we'll be on the same page and we'll be able to do what resume. So in the previous class, we were able to come to shop here, and then we list the product that shop owner had added. And when you click on a certain product, you are able to list the product and its details. So this useless space, maybe we'll see how we remove it. We're able, in a way that customer is able to do what? To place a product into the cart. And if I come to this one, I can also put it into the cart. And maybe if I come to this one, I can also place it into the what? Into the cart. So we're able to achieve that. We're able also to come here and do what? And check out. Click here and then come to checkout. You see the product that we had added to cart, they were able to be listed here. So if someone clicks here, they can come to do what? They can come to checkout. Okay, I hope let me zoom out. Okay, I can come to checkout. So if you're not registered, you had to first create an account, and then you'll be able to do what? To checkout. So if you don't have an account, you can fill this form. If you already have one, for example, may have that of customer@gmail.com, I think, yeah. And then the password is 4321. So if I already have an account, I can log in, and then I come back to cart, and I'll be able to do what? To check out. So that is where we had stopped at in the previous video. So we want to put now to resume exactly from here. So in a way that if a customer wants to go back to cart, you should be able to go back to cart. And if you want to proceed to shipping, you should be able to proceed to shipping. That is where exactly we're going to start from, up to the remaining parts of the project. So I believe we are now together. So let us go ahead and open this file and activate this button. In case customer want to go back maybe to cart and modify something, you should be able to. Okay, but this button is not what? Is not active. It is pointing at a what? At a HTML. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'll copy the name of the file, come to the project here, and then I can press Ctrl+P to go straight to where this file is. Okay, so it is here, checkout.php. So we want to activate this button, the back button, back to cart. So we will simply come and say and search back to cart, which is here. Okay, there are two. So back to cart. So it should take us to cart.html. Okay, so I'll come here and remove this and put cart.php. Sorry, cart.php. And then I search the second one. Let me increase my code. Okay, I search the second one. which is this one. So I'll also come and change it to card.php. So it right should be card.php, so that if someone clicks back, it should be taken back to card. So if I come and refresh here, now back to card, it is card.php. When I click there, I am taken back to card. Okay, so that is all right. That is all right. So let's go ahead and do now the logic of doing what? The logic of checking out. So when I click on checkout, the customer information will be fed here, and you saw how we did that logic. Okay, so I want, when I click on submit, it should submit this information and take me to confirm the review. So let us first see what the logic that we had put here in cart. Okay, so I'll come here to cart, yeah, which is the cart, and then we look at the logic that we had put there. So this is a form that is submitting to review.php, right? It is a form that is submitting to review.php. So it means that in this review.php, we should be having something that will be receiving this cart form. So if I come to review.php, you see we have we're not receiving, right? So but we're supposed to receive this information that was submitted from this form. Okay, so let us see what information are we submitting here. So we are going to submit the name of the customer, the shipping information, right? We're going to submit the name, and then you're going to submit the first name and last name. We're going to submit the address of shipping and maybe the billing. So maybe this is a place where you can also put maybe the phone number, right? Because phone number is important. Okay, so let us go ahead and put the phone number of a customer. So we'll go ahead and copy this first name, just come and search it here. It is here. So I had already organized our inputs so we can make those input reusable. Okay, so I'm going to do what? I'm going to, I think I was already receiving it. Yeah, I was already receiving it here. Remember, you could do these things using what? Using session. Okay, so I should also maybe add the phone number. Oh, we leave it there. What do you think? Let's add the phone number at once, okay? So that we know that we proceed with everything in place. So just add the phone number. So we'll come and address here, and the address we're going to put phone number. So I can duplicate that address part and put here. Label is phone number because we may need to call this customer. Okay, and then the name is phone number, the label is phone, then number. Okay, so that's great. Let's refresh. That's beautiful, right? So let's go ahead and submit this information. So phone number, can put the phone number, and then I put the address, and then I make this button to be a button of submitting. So when I click on submit, it should proceed and put me to this review section. So this review section, it should be receiving this information that was submitted. So let me see if this information is really coming. So I can just simply check if is set the last name, and then I see if it's set, and then I can access that information. So let me go ahead and dump that information here. So I can just simply say print underscore, and then I put here maybe die. Okay, and then maybe I put here echo. Sorry, I just put here maybe pre-tag. So I can say echo pre-tag. Okay, so I can see if the information is really coming, right? So if I come and refresh, you see everything is coming. So also the phone number is coming. So let's just go ahead and remove this. So you have to save also the phone number. So you see this information that has come from the form, we are saving it to the what? To the session. So I'm going to come to this shipping session, and I add also the phone number that has come from the form. So I put here phone number. So if I refresh, everything should be all right. So here it is a place where we're going to review the order to see that if the order is correct before the customer does what? Before the customer really submit it. So let us go ahead and do that. So we'll come to our template and we see what they had prepared for us, and then we come to shipping. I mean, just can come here to check out and follow these procedures until you reach the review. So you can see the review section, we are just making the person to confirm. This is the payment section. We skip it. We come to review section. So in the review section, we just present the products that the other person has submitted. We also present we also present the shipping information in summary. So in case this person is not sure of the shipping information, want to go back, they can come here and go back. So let's go ahead and do that. So what you're going to do, you're going to get the review, and review your order here, and then it is, if I would like you to know, I would like you to observe that this review looks much more of a cut. I think it's much more like of a cut. Let me show you. Do you have cut? Yeah, it's cut. Yeah, shopping cart. You see, that review is much more of cut. So you can just copy the same thing that we did in cut, and we put them here in the review. Okay, or we can just simply come to the real template and manipulate what is in the template. Okay, so it is just up to you. Okay, so I think we should use the one in cut so that we should not repeat ourselves. Just put the information in cut. So here, instead of having refresh button, instead of having maybe refresh, you'll have the submit button. Okay, or you can just, let's use this guy. So let's come to checkout. Okay, so let's come to here. So here we have step number 1, checkout. Step number 1, cart. Step number 2, checkout. Step number 3, review. So we're here. So this should look much more like this checkout. So what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to get this checkout and reuse it as reuse it as a review. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So I'll come to checkout. Okay, so I'll copy everything in checkout and come and paste it in the review. Oh, no. Here in review we are receiving something. Okay, maybe I can say everything after container here. So let me see. We have everything after this page title. Okay, so everything after the logic of PHP, it should be copied. So let me go ahead and copy that. I want to select everything that is not accepting. Okay, let me God. This Windows thing. Okay, so everything up to here I'll copy, only that the PHP logic is the one that I'm leaving. So I'll come here after the PHP logic here, and everything after here I'll paste it. So our review is going to look much more like like checkout. So let us go ahead and activate this button. So we want to show the user that right now they are on review. So we're going to activate this guy. Okay, this review. So let's go ahead and do review, and then it should be here on top here, right? On top. So we have checkout, then review, checkout, then review. So we have checkout, or is it checkout here? No, that's not the place. Yeah, it is here, right? It is here. So you have checkout, then review. So at this point we want to activate this one to show that it is the one where the user is. So to do that, we'll just simply come and add this class here, active and current here. We also add it here, active and current. I think it's active only maybe, and current, remove it from here, something like that. So refresh, we're in review. I'm updating the review one. Yeah, so I'll make it active and add, I think, current. Yeah, I hope. Save. I want it to visually show that you're on review. Okay, so let us see. Okay, I have to remove, I think, something. Let us see. Step count 3. Then first make sure that I'm on editing the right thing. So I'll come and modify here. Yeah, it is the right thing. So let us just not hassle. Let's just do like this. And make this one step number 3 and change the word to review. As I save, it should be there and active. So we're on the last step, which is showing that it is active. So maybe the icon the icon is not right. Here the review icon was what? Was CI check. Okay, so I'll copy the icon and go back and put the icon of check. Good. So if I refresh, should be the icon of check. Okay, so after we proceed to now, here we need to show the products. Instead of showing this, we just need to show the product. So I'm going to remove this guy. Sorry, I'm going to remove this author section, and then also going to remove this shipping information. Okay, so let's remove this shipping information. Okay, I think we're not removing too much. Okay, this billing icon. So if I refresh, yeah, shipping information. So let's see. In our template, we have review your products, review your order. So you can come and change this word. Instead of having shipping address, you just say it review your order. Okay, so then there we are going to get the elements in cat and put them here. The element that we had in cat here, just we're going to get this source code of cat from here up to here, and we put it here. Okay, we put it here, so we should not repeat yourself. We should not repeat ourselves. So I'll come to Ctrl P, cat.php, and then I come to where there is a for each loop here. I'm just going to modify this section. I'm just going to copy this section. So I'll collapse and copy this for each. Okay, I'll just copy this for each. So I'll copy it. Let's copy it. Then come back. So come here. After review, we go ahead and put this logic. Hope it is alright. Refresh. Yeah, everything is alright. Only that when you're reviewing, you're not supposed maybe to change, right? When you're reviewing, you're not supposed to do what? To change. So what you're going to do is just going to remove this button of quantity and okay. So let's go ahead and remove those buttons of quantity. We can change them maybe to edit. So remove the button of what? Of quantity. So I refresh. So someone will be reviewing their order. So I want here, if someone want to go back to cart, you should be able to click here. Maybe they want to modify something from cart. Okay, in cart. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to add the link of going back to cart. I think it's already there. So if you want to go back to cart, you can go back to cart and modify anything before you do what? Before you proceed. Okay, so that's it. So what next? Yeah, so you'll have to review your order, submit your address, put some address, submit, then you'll be able to do what? To review your order here. So in this review, we'll come back and do this, the coupon, everything. Will come and do them. Here the order summary will come and do them. But for now, let us first make sure that at least we can submit an order. It can be processed. Then we'll come later and master every process, right? So right now, that's where we are. Okay, so we're on this last point. Instead of having submit to shipping, I'm going to change the word here and change it to complete order or submit order here. So instead of having proceeding to shipping, you're going to change it to submit order. Proceed to shipping, you're going to change it to submit order. Submit order. So yeah, there we go. So there we go. So here it is we want to do the logic of what? Of submitting order. So submitting order and receiving this order is going to be a process. It's going to be what? A process, right? So we need to create a file that will be invisible, that the user will not, it will not have a user interface, but processing, receiving this order, saving it, clearing the cart, and then we redirect this person to a success page. So that file is that's the one that we're going to do right now when someone submits. That this should be submitted to there. So let's go ahead and do that file. And write that file or do that logic. So we'll go ahead and come here and maybe say submit order. We can call it maybe submit order. So it is where I'll put the logic of receiving and processing the order. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'll come here and add a new file. And I can call it submit order.php. Oh, do you have it? No. Submit order.php. This one, eh? So this is where we're going to be receiving the file. So since there is nothing here like a form, we can make this guy to be a link. No problem. Let me see. Do you have a form? Yep. So I can change it maybe to action. So I'll come here to action. Instead of review, we'll change it and make it submit order, right? We'll make it submit order. So from this place, it is where I'll be receiving the order and then process it and save it to database. So refresh, and if I come here and I say submit order, it should take me to this file of mine that we've just done, that I've just created. So there, it's where we're going to get everything in the session and process the order, save it, and then redirect the user to the success page. So let us go to submit order section. It is here. So I'm just going to make sure we open PHP. And then why is it bringing an error? PHP. After doing that, then we import our start method, our functions method, functions file, so we can have so the session can be started etc. So I'll come and copy this function file include, and I put it there. So right now I'm going to dump everything in the session so we can remember how we've been organizing our session. So I'll just simply say echo pre-tag, okay, and then put print _r, and then I put everything in the session. Okay, so by doing like that, we'll be able to know everything in the session. So if I come and refresh, I'll be able to see all the things that are in the session. So let us see how we've been organizing our session so we can be able to do to submit our order properly. So this is how we've been organizing our session, right? I want us to internalize properly and we see how we can create this order very well. We are here. So when we are going to save this information in the database, it is just a good practice that this information that is in the cart, it should remain there as it is when the person submits the order. So that if let us say that today maybe a product is at a specific price, let us say like 20,000, and then after 3 months or after 2 months the product has changed the price, maybe it is less or lower. So you may not need to tell the user that now you place the order when the product is this much and at this moment it is this price when you're delivering, so you should change this amount of money. That's not a good practice. So even though the product fluctuates, or even though the quality of the product changes, that state when the customer is placing the order, we are supposed to keep it. So even though anything changes, we keep what you promised without changing. So what you're going to do is that we are going to create a table of orders, and that table of orders, we are going to keep this information in the cart static there. So even though the product is edited or deleted, still the product that this person ordered, or the order that this person placed, is not affected. Let us say, like, after 3 days the product has changed the price and you have not delivered this order. Maybe it has increased. So does it mean that it will tell the customer to increase the price? No. Okay, let us say maybe it has dropped. So it doesn't mean that you will also tell the customer maybe it dropped this amount. No. When a customer submits the order, we have to get that snapshot and save it as it is, so that what we promise him, even though anything changes with the delays or what, we keep it as it is. So this information is going to be saved exclusively, the information in the cart, the information in the shipping. So even though this product is edited later, it does not affect the information that was placed in the order. So likewise, even if the user changes maybe his phone number or what, we need to put, at least to store that specific snapshot when a person uploaded this particular order. So even though he changes his phone number, but we'll know that he changed his phone number from his account, but when he placed the order, this was the snapshot. So it is very important. I find it important to keep this snapshot static when the user submits the order. Though it may seem to be redundant, like this information already have it per product. Again, while keeping it uniquely, yet it's already in the product. No, I try to save that problem of doing what? In case this product changes the information, what should happen? That's what I'm trying to do, to avoid. So let's go ahead and do this logic. Let's go ahead and do this logic of saving this information in the cart. In the database. So what we're going to do, we're going to create a table of orders. So I'll come to my table here, and then we had, my database, you see we had only 3 tables. So I'm going to create another table called orders. So I'll come there, don't mind about these errors. I'll come there and create another table called orders. Okay, so I can have maybe like I don't know how many columns. Okay, so the first thing, it will be an ID of this particular order, and that will be an integer, and it will be incrementing, automatically incrementing. So it will be the primary key at the same time auto incrementing. So the next thing is going to be the customer ID. So which customer placed this order? So I put here customer underscore ID, and then I go ahead and do what? And I put here the integer, and say maybe it cannot be null because we must have the ID of a customer. So what next? Oh, now we have maybe now the cart. Okay, so the order status, maybe okay, order status, like I'm just, okay, let me call it order status. Okay, so this order status may be an integer where we'll define the meaning of each integer at each level. So at the beginning it may begin as a 0, meaning as 1, meaning the order is just on pending. When the order is submitted, when we receive this order, we change the status to received. When we maybe start the process of delivery, when we start shipping, we change the status to shipping. When this product is received, we change the status to receive. So you can make them as integer, or you can make them even as text that you can simply understand, but it's better to make them as integer. So each step will have its specific name. So after that, the next thing, we're going now to save the shipping address. So as I told you, we better save the shipping address as it is. You can create for it a separate table if you want, but for me, I'm just going to give it I'll convert it to JSON. Okay, I'll convert it to JSON. So I'll come and put here shipping, and then I change it to text so that it can store as many as possible. What else? I need the cart itself. Now the cart, okay, so the cart is going to be also cart, and then maybe text. Okay, so it's going to be big text because it's going to be converted to JSON. Then lastly is going to be the user. So if you want to record the user snapshot at that moment, you can go ahead and record the user if you want to, right? You can go ahead and record the user. So in case if this was deleted, you can still be able to analyze your data. So I can record also the user, right? So put there the what, the user in text, because we're going to be converting in JSON. So that's it. Maybe what else can we need to put? We may need to put maybe the time when this order was placed. Okay, yeah, let's put maybe order time, order date when it was placed. You can go ahead and maybe make this one variable character and maybe make it 255. We'll put there the timestamp. So you can go ahead and do the remaining things, such as maybe you want to know if you applied a coupon or what. But for now, let us keep it as simple as this. So I'll go ahead and create my table. So this is my table of what? My table of, oh, one more thing that we forgot, the total price of the order. Okay, total price, so total discount, total price. So you may need also to calculate, and they be independently. Okay, so we put here the total price. So if you want to record maybe also the discount etc, you can put it. So this total price will be calculated, and then we save it independently. So if we, maybe this person has the shipping price, so you can also put the column of what, of shipping. So according to which shipping you accepted with, the one that will do what, you'll put the static price there. So let me go ahead and change it to variable. Maybe it will be double or float or big integer, or let me make it integer, and I save. So those must be included. So that is my table of what, of orders. So if I click on table of orders, I'll be able to get the columns that are required, these ones. So I can copy all the columns and then we prepare them. Okay, we prepare them. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we're going to do that at this point. I believe we had already created our method of inserting into database, so we'll not need to hassle to write the SQL of inserting to database. I hope the method still works properly, right? So let us, it's called db insert, I think. Db insert, yeah, it is here. So the db insert will take the table and the data in form of what, in form of an array, I think. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. I hope it still works. So I'll come here and say db insert, and then I open the bracket. The first thing that it will take the what, the table. So I can do like this. Okay, so it will take the table. So the table name is called orders, right? Orders, like this. Sorry, it will be called orders, like this. Okay, so after that, the next thing is now the data, right? Is now the data. So the data is going to be just an array that's going to have the value, I mean the key and the value, So the first thing is the ID of a customer. Okay, the ID of a customer. Of course, you know, you can get the ID of a customer in the session. Okay, in the session. So I'll do like this, and then I put there the ID of a customer. Let me say 1. So, but if you want to get the ID of the customer, you know, the customer is here in the session, user, right? User. So I can go ahead and get that user ID. So user ID, I can simply say user equals to session, and then the user here, right? So if I come and I hope let me say if I come here and die maybe and say ID, I should be able to get at least the ID of this user, right? Let's see. We are able to get the ID of the user, I hope. Okay, they say attempt properly. No, it's an array, not an object. I hope it's an array, not an object. Yeah, it's an array. So that is it. So I'll come and copy this ID, and that's how you can get the user and the ID from the session, and then come and put it here. So we're done with that. So the next thing is going to be the cut. So let me first put this guy on top here, so I can put everything back before we do the logic. So I refresh. So the next thing is going to be the cut. Okay, I mean customer ID. Sorry, this is the ID. It will be auto incremented, so you don't need to worry it. So this is customer ID. The next thing is the order status. So order status is going to be 1. So 1 means maybe 1 will mean maybe received or pending. Yeah. So shipping. So put here the shipping status. So the shipping status, as you can see, it is in this variable, this guy. Okay, so I will just simply come and say JSON encode, JSON encode, and then you pass session, and then pass the the shipping information. So after that, the next thing we're going to pass the cart, we're going to collect the cart information. So I'll come and duplicate this guy. Cart is going to be also in the session in the cart. So the other thing is going to be it's going to be what? It's going to be the user information. If you want to record the user, no problem, you can record the user, and there's also in the session. Then the other thing is the date. So this date can be our timestamp at this moment. So I can just simply come and say date, and then remove this guy and call it time. Okay, so the last thing is the the total price. You may need to summarize the total price of the whole order. But before we do that, let's first see if everything is alright. Okay, let's first see if everything is alright. So I just copy everything that is here and I paste it in this print error tag. So everything is alright. Everything has been converted to JSON, and this is our order. So what's remaining right now is to get the total price. So if we want to get the total price, of course, we'll need to loop through the products in the cart, and then be able to generate the total price. So if I want to do the shipping, that's the place where you do all this logic. So I'll just simply come and loop to process the total price. So I say for each, for reach, and then I put there my session, and I specify cart. I can say maybe C here, or I can say maybe value or anything. Val. So let me dump just one item in the cart. So I just simply say print _r, and then I dump some item in the cart. So this is how the cart is arranged. So we're going to get how are we going to get the total price? The price shall be got from buying price. I mean the price of the product. Okay, the price of the product times. Do you collect the quantity? I think no. For now, no. So let us go ahead and process the total price. So the total price, it's going to be begin by tot equals to 0. Okay, so total price is going to be this item in the value. So I say plus equal to, so that you can add as it proceeds. Plus equal to, so the val, and then I put the price. Okay, price like this. So like that, you'll be able to get the total price. So let me go ahead and display this total price and see if it makes sense. So I put here refresh and define price. Oh, what is it? Is it? Wait, let us see what is not right. Oh, it's supposed to be pro, right? Supposed to be pro. Oh, we had also the quantity. Yeah, I get it. We had the cart, that's the information in the cart, and the product and the quantity, right? So it's supposed to be product times what? Times quantity. So to get this to get the price, you have to point in the product. And remember, we have also quantity, so we'll get the quantity times quantity. So if I come like this, I'll be able to get the total the price here. Price. So if I come and put here price, I'll be able to do what? To get the price of each. Okay, those are the prices. So let me go ahead and multiply with quantity. So the quantity is on top. If you still remember, quantity is on top. So quantity is inside val, and then like this. That is the quantity, I believe. Let us make sure it is the one. So yeah, it is the one. It is the one, unless you don't trust me. It is the one. Okay, so it is the one, only that it is on the same row. So let's go ahead and do that. Total price. So the quantity can be computed from here. So it will be quantity times what? Times the product price. So I'll come here and put the product price like this. So the total price is going to be equals to plus equal to, okay, plus equal to. So like this, you'll be able to get the total price. So plus equal to quantity times the value of a product in the price. So like this, we'll be able to get the total price. Let us see. We'll be able to get the total price like this. I'm speaking like Indians, like this. So you see, that is the word, the total price. So the total price can be achieved now. So we need to put it in the database. So I'll come here, put the last field, total price, just put here total price and put this guy. So I think now we are good, right? I think we are good. Let's try to see if there's no error in the inserting. So see, I'm computing the total price, and I prepare my things here as I'm converting some complicated things in JSON, and I call db insert that we define inside this functions file here, right? So that's the beauty of defining things only one time. You write them only one time. Let's refresh. Bismillah. Beautiful, there's no error. So let's come to orders and see. Orders. So if I come to orders, beautiful. So our order has been submitted successfully. That is so nice. So let's go ahead and do the logic of clearing the cart. So once it's submitted successfully, we have to clear the cart. Let's go ahead and clear the cart. So remove this shipping information. Should we remove the shipping information? I don't know. Let's remove the cart information. So we'll just simply say unset the cart, the session cart. Okay, we can just simply say session cart equal to null, like this. Okay, so unset the session cart. We unset the shipping also. We just saw the those two, maybe shipping. So after, we have to direct the user. Though here on top we're supposed to validate if the cart is not empty, something like that. So we have to direct the user. Why are we going to direct the user? Let us see what the template says. So after submitting, we take the user to the thank you page. Okay, thank you page for submitting the order. So here you can take the user now, track my order. Oh, take the user to my all orders, right? Let's go ahead and do this page of checkout complete. Okay, so we're going to call it checkout complete.php, and that's where we're going to be redirecting the user. So let's go ahead and do that page first. So I'll come here and create a new file and call it checkout complete.php. So that's a file. So here, after doing everything, we'll have to redirect the user. So to redirect the user, we just simply write header, and then inside we put quotes and put the word location as it is there, and then we put where we need the user to be redirected to. We concatenate it there. We can just simply come and paste it there. So that is how we can redirect the user. Okay, that's how we direct the user after making sure that the order has been submitted successfully, right? Then we'll take it to the success page. So let's refresh again. Refresh. Boom, we are here on the checkout page. So let's go ahead and design that checkout page faster. It's just everything the same, only that we have this thank you page. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll come to checkout page here, and it will be just like our index. Okay, it will be like our index page. Let's just get this login page here and paste it to checkout page here. Okay, so we're going to remove this whole things in the middle. We just put header and footer here. So in between here, we're going to put this thing of thank you for whatever. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll just simply open a new instance, and then I'll come and open my template. I had not opened the template. Cartizilla. Yeah, there it is. And then I press Ctrl Shift F to search this word thank you, which is inside cart complete here. So let us go ahead and copy the important section, which is this only. Copy and come and paste it here in the between, and Ctrl Shift F. And then if we come and refresh here, now you can see thank you, it is in the right place. That's so nice. So after doing that, the next thing we are going to now put here the button. Your order has been placed successfully. So you can put here your phone number, the tracking ID, etc. So if you put here maybe track your order, you will take the user to the order page, and he can be able to see where his order is. So here with the tracking order, it will take you to these pages. So it is be order placed, processing, processing, then what? Then dispatched, the delivery, those processes. So we can do that. We can do this page. Okay, we have order placed, processing, and then the current quantity will be showed there. The processing, and then quality check. We skip this. We'll put only the single order page. So we want the user, when he reach there, he should be able to go to his account here. Okay, you should be able to call here, user account. You should be able to go to his orders. Okay, order history. Yeah, you should come here. This is what we need to do now. We are going to now to prepare the users customers dashboard, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Well, I think we already done something like that. Customer, let's see. Have we done something for customer? No, we are done for admin. We are not done for customer. So everything that will matter about customer, we are going to begin with the customer, just like that we did with admin. Okay, if you still remember. So that will help us to always remember. So let us put now customer orders. We begin with that. Okay, account, or we call it account. Let us call it customer, the better, right? How did we call it here? Account orders. I think it's there. I think it's there. Yeah, I think it's there. So here in this button, we are going to put account orders.php. Account dash orders.php. We do the same. Yeah, we do the same here. We do the same here. So refresh. When I say so instead of having go back to my shipping, go to my orders. So go to my orders. Okay, or we can put here maybe go back to shopping. We take the guy back to shopping, and we put here go to my orders now. So instead of tracking, put go to my orders, and then here we put back to shipping, and then we put the shopping shop.php. I hope you have that shop.php. Do you have it? Yeah, shop.php. Yeah, right. So if I refresh, come and refresh here. So if you want to go back to shopping, you can go back. If you want to see their orders, go to my orders, and then we are there. That's beautiful. That's beautiful, and you can see the cart has been cleared. Everything is cleared. So that's where we're going to start from right now. Now we're going to start with listing the orders of the customer here. Let us see what we're going to do. Listing the orders of the customer, wish list, support ticket, customer profile, updating their profile, this section, and also the addresses. That will begin it with the next class. Okay, right now at least we have achieved a level where the customer can submit their order. Now in the next class, we're going to, on the next lecture, in the next tutorial, we're going to now look at how are we going to handle the customer's dashboard. So in the next class, if we also complete the customer dashboard handling, then in the next class will be the administrator's dashboard handling of orders. Okay, so that's how we're going to work with it. This person can as well log out if you still remember who had done that logic. So that is great. Don't just watch, but watch as you practice. We meet in the next in the next class. So it was an interesting lecture, I hope. In the next class we'll have to resume from there, until we complete this whole template and give it real life in a way that a person can come to a specific category of product. A person can come maybe to the home of the product and then maybe browse the product, be able to place the orders. The administrator can receive these orders until we submit this project to internet and make it live, and make that everything that is here is clickable up to reviews. So it's not going to be a simple journey, but if you practice along the way without giving up, I can guarantee you will learn a lot of things. And once you have those ideas, you cannot be idle. You can either do for other people or you do it for yourself. So it is painful, it is boring, but I think it is worth it. So that's it for today. We meet in the next lecture. I think some people who are on live, I see there are some 3 people who are on live. You can put maybe your comments. If you have any comment, you can put something in the comment chat. I'll be happy to read it. If you put anything. This is my first time to try out the live, though I'm also going to record the video, but I thought that maybe people may want to see the live one. So if there is any comment you may need to put, any advice, any suggestion, anything, put in the comment. Maybe